Apparently I froze, but welcome to the piss videos, y'all. We peeing in these videos, what Leroy said. This is the unrated triple X adult version, blue, nasty balls to the wall
Don't
videos
don't
that
s-
we doing.
don't say X-rated. Don't say
Oh,
X-rated. This is the Patreon OnlyFans version of the
okay,
channel.
okay,
If you want more videos like this, like, comment, and subscribe.
yes,
Yeah,
there we
we're
go.
not peeing on anybody. We're just
Oh,
peeing on
okay.
ourselves. Well, actually, Micah will because he's scared.
I'm scared because
He's
we're
scared.
doing a Callisto Protocol new video. I think this is more of a story trailer,
Woo!
right?
Yeah,
We're learning more about the prison, I guess.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, Leroy is really excited about this, and this is definitely something I would probably actually. We should probably get you to stream it on our Twitch channel, and I could watch and comment on it more than anything. But
Like I said, I'm. It's Glenn Schofield. Um, I am a big fan of his work. If you would like to know what his work is, just look at Dead Space. Boom. That's it. That's all you need to know.
sure, okay, that works. Um, all right, let's get into it. Let's
So
see
yeah,
what this thing is.
let's get into it. Hmm.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
As soon as I learn how to use buttons, here we go.
Yeah. You'll get it one day, buddy.
Jacob. Jacob.
Well, that even looks like Josh Duhamel. Interesting. That was in Dead Space.
Hmm.
Shoot the limbs.
Who did this? And why?
It's like someone's trying to cover up what's happening here.
That looks just like Karen Fukuhara.
So what happened to the original colony?
Nope.
Abandoned. Along with the rest of Callisto.
They didn't have a clue what was going on. Things are changing. They're evolving.
These aren't accidents. There's a pattern. Isn't about escape, Jacob. Not anymore.
What's it about?
Answers.
As you wish. Soon everything will become clear. The truth of Black Iron.
Hey, Nemesis.
No, mama.
Ooh. December the 2nd? Yeah, let me go ahead and take that day off.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I'll take a day off for a video game in a minute. Let me go ahead and put that in the calendar. December the 2nd. So what you think, man?
Nah. Nah. Mm-mm. Why would you do that to yourself?
Because it looks good.
Why would you put?
It looks
I mean,
fun.
a lot of stuff looks good. Why would you want to do that to yourself?
Because it looks amazing. Oh, it's December the 2nd, it's a Friday.
I mean, it looks incredible. Yeah, sure, it looks great. The graphical fidelity looks great. But nah, nope.
Really?
What do you mean, really? You thought this was gonna make me play the game?
No, I just, thought you would, man up or whatever. Just
Why?
try to, experience new things.
In the history of you knowing me, why would I? No, why would I put myself through this? No, thank you. I'll watch it. I'll do a let's play for sure.
I just felt like you would want to branch out and not be a piss bandit and want to see.
No, I can be a piss bandit. I'm good.
Hashtag piss bandit.
Yeah, I'm comfortable in my own skin. I'm good with that.
you
Oh, thank you.
I think if you play that game, you're gonna be comfortable in your own pee.
Yeah, I mean, probably. This looks freaky. I mean, more power to the people who can enjoy this type of thing, but this just nah.
That's
There's
me.
too much dread and tension
That's
in this
me.
for me to feel comfortable. I'm like, nope.
So my question is this: they said it was a colony, but
Uh huh.
this looks like a prison. And the first trailer that we got, which did not have gameplay, which was just a cinematic trailer, was a prison,
Yeah,
was it not?
yeah.
So,
This is a prison.
but they said colony. And he said, what happened to the colony? So this is what I want to know. So right there, it says retro prisoner skins.
Hmm.
So was it a colony that got turned into a prison?
You mean like Australia,
I wouldn't go say it, because I'm not
or was
trying
it?
to.
I mean, no. I mean that's historical fact, right?
I'm
Didn't
just,
the British send their prisoners to Australia?
first of all, I'm not saying they didn't, but let's just say that the British Empire was straight hard garbage and trash. So,
Okay, there we go.
I mean, I don't know how many people have the slogan "Make the World Britain" and think they gonna come out of this looking good. Um,
Sure.
the number one celebrated holiday is Independence Day from the British Empire. So, plus, I don't want Australia mad at me for comparing it to a horror game
I
because
was
that's what you did, sir.
comparing. No, I was comparing. I was comparing it to a prison colony.
Like Australia.
Right, but I'm just saying the prison colony, not the game itself.
But you're
Like I'm not comparing it
comparing
to
the
Resident Evil.
now. It's funny you said that. Glenn Schofield had talked about the fact that when he designed Dead Space, he enjoyed the dread that Resident Evil had. That's why there was a lot of similarities in Dead Space to Resident Evil, and they felt like it was a spiritual successor to a certain extent because the gameplay, the dread, the fact that I don't know because you played the Resident Evil games, right? Okay. Anyway,
You know
so
that answer because for people who have been with us long enough, they can see our YouTube videos of me playing. Was it Resident Evil 2, the remake, or Resident Evil something, where we did a couple of let's plays at the station, and I was like, oh yeah,
we
this is my
did.
first time playing this.
We did.
Yes. Wow. Yeah. Did you blur that out?
So no, I remember you having a problem with the game engine for Village, and it was me, you, and Shauna when we went to that GameStop when they had Resident Evil Village out there, and you had a
Uh huh.
problem with the game engine, and I thought it was the engine, not the remake, because I like RE2 and 3 remake, um, very short games.
Yeah, sure. I
Another
think
thing too.
the field of vision was so intense for me, like it was giving me motion sickness or whatever. But even
Okay,
even beyond that, I ain't playing no Resident Evil. What I look like? Some
well,
chump?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, I mean,
Shut up.
you walked into that one. So again, right here, shoot the tentacles. So it's just interesting that we talked when you said it's not. You talked about Resident Evil, and to a certain extent, System Shock, the
Hmm.
father of a lot of these horror games, and the gameplay. You're seeing like little homages to these different games. So shoot, when you saw Shoot the Tentacles, when you played the original Dead Space and Dead Space 2, you would see that written on the walls. So when Isaac is walking around the building, or not um, the Planet Cracker, Ishimura, um, he sees shoot the limbs, cut the limbs off around the
Hmm.
thing. And Glenn Schofield, when he talks about, there's a small documentary where he talks about the progress of building Dead Space and how they didn't want it to be Resident Evil, but they took a lot of influences from Resident Evil from that game.
Sure.
So, um, and Resident Evil 2 and subsequently 3. But I enjoyed the remakes, and I like the fact that they were priced appropriately. Take that, Sony, with this new Last of Us. Um, I'm all in. Like, I know I'm not for the whole price increase for games.
Hmm.
This because it's that jump 50 from 50 to 60, and now we're basically just going from going straight to 70. And it feels like a big price jump. If this game is anywhere close to the games that we mentioned, that's a $70 game.
Sure.
You know, given.
I'm
Go
curious
ahead.
to see like what the community is going to do, like in terms of rallying around horror games and stuff. I would be curious to see. I'm a big fan of like people that speedrun games, so I'm curious
Hmm.
to see how people will find ways to like break the sequences, especially in horror games. I find that like that's one way for me to kind of enjoy horror games because you're seeing stuff out of sequence, so like you don't necessarily build the dread like you would in like if you're going from point A to point B to point C, you're kind of jumping around. So I would be curious to see once people get their hands on this game and learn how to play it, what the speedrunning community will do with it for sure.
Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this probably will be an easier game because we've seen speedrunners take on Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, the Sekiro. We've seen them take on these games, and these games are not easy. Like I don't know, I've never played Sekiro, but I heard Sekiro is probably one of the hardest games out there. I've seen people who play games for a living rage quit that game. Uh,
Hmm.
Elden Ring is massive. Uh, Someone speed ran that game. Um,
Sure.
so if they can do that and master those, I think because once you learn the pattern of the tricks of this game, uh, I think it would be fairly easy compared to maybe one of those games because this game isn't touted as one of the it's not they call them Souls like, correct? That's
Hmm.
the moniker. Like we have roguelike, Souls like, Metrovania. This isn't considered a Souls like game. This is more of a uh,
Piss your pants.
hmm,
Yeah,
let's
this
see if
is
we
a
can get
piss
that
your pants
trending.
like. Yeah.
This is little bit of P game. Hashtag little bit of
Little,
P. Uh,
hashtag little bit of pee.
yeah. So I'm now, and I will say this: I am. I've played games like that. See, a lot of people didn't like the Doom 3 that came out about 15 years ago, whatever it was, where it was more horror than it is, run around shooting. I love that game.
Hmm.
I love Dead Space. Dead Space is one of my favorite games. Um, Dead Space 1 and 2, especially. Like, I am not a fan of this. I'm not one of these remake people out there, but I may buy Dead Space day one. I mean, we talked about this when we did the video for The Last of Us Part 1 that's been rebuilt for the PS5. And
Uh-huh.
you said a comment and you had a phrase that we're probably going to see this now, the Nintendo tax
Hmm.
that a lot of companies are doing. This game, Glenn Schofield made his mark on Dead Space. This game is probably going to directly impact sales for Dead Space because the horror as a genre is coming back,
Sure. Yeah,
and
I'd agree with that.
this game is proof of that. You like, let's be honest, neither one of us wants to play Scorn, but I'm quite sure that's probably going to be a popular game because it's just something different. It's something new for those fans of the genre who haven't had that in a while.
I'd agree with that. Let us know in the comments below on the YouTube page here what you guys are anticipating for Callisto Protocol. Are you excited for this? Are you excited for the Dead Space remake? Which one are you going to play first? Let us know.
Also,
Um,
do you like the hashtag Piss Bandit or Little Bit of P? Tell us in the comments. I'm
I'm going to put this
partial
up
to
right
Little
there.
Bit of P.
Yeah. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook at We Try and follow We Try and Y'all, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Let us know which hashtag you like, I guess.
Actually, let's go with Little Bit of P because I want to use Piss Bandit later and something else. I'm quite sure that fits something more perfect. Also, shout out to Josh Dumel for stepping in and being like doing video game work. It like I like the fact that we're getting this crossover and we're building games around certain actors and actresses that look like Karen Fukuhara. and that looked like Josh Duhamel.
Yeah, sure.
Now Sam is it Witter or Whitmer?
Whitwer.
Whitwer. Sam Witwer is in this game as well. I can't remember if he's the warden or not, but he's in this game. Yeah, graphically it looks amazing. So I'm all in, man.
All right, Leroy's repeating himself at this point, y'all. So I'm gonna say we out. Peace.
P.